This is Irontrader. It is Sunday night. Now the future's open here at 6 o'clock. That was about 25 minutes ago. So we're going to review crude oil here and natural gas. But first of all, I'm going to take a look here at a stock, Giga Technologies, GCT. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Giga Technologies. Now they do technology, software, infrastructure, the whole nine. Now I'm going to show you some variable charts on this, okay? This was posted right here in the room. So again, if anybody wants me to take a look at the stock on midday trading or whenever, just post it up there and I'll chart it up for you whenever you want it to, okay? No problem. I can do it 3 times a day, so whatever you want, I'll post it for you, okay? And that way you can see it live. Okay, here we have GCT. Okay, so what we have here now is you can see here what we did is you had a high and it ran all the way up here. Look at that price channel, okay, of 2904. Okay, so we got a little bit above that 200-day and then she came flying right on down here. Okay, but again, you can see where it held this key 21 SMA. It lost the 8, but held that 21-day. Now the earnings came out and the earnings were really good. So Friday, what we had this high. Okay, you had a high of 26.63. So if you look at the bottom of that candle, 26.52, that was your resistance level. Now, again, if this thing can run above, okay, this 26.63, what we're looking for here next is we're going to go right up top of this candle here, 27.49. And then we're going to come up here to 28.66. And then we have your big retest there on your price channel there. Let's see, sitting at, let me see what you got there, 29.04. Now, this 200-day is going to be very, very key at 28.42, so we got to see how that shakes out here. Now, again, big if here, if you can bust above that 29.04, then what we do is we just take these price channels and take them right across here, okay? So what we have there is you got 29.94, you bring the next one across, okay, you got 31.31, you bring the next one across, you got 32.43, and then we come all the way up here to the top there at 34.28. Again, if she runs, just follow the price channels until you get all the way up to that 45.18. Now, here on the downside, here's what you want to watch, is you want to watch this key 100-day and how this opens up on Monday and if it can hold this 100-day, okay? So you're sitting at 25.68. Now, if that is lost here, we can look here to the previous day's candle that's at 24.92, and then we're going to be looking right there at that 24.54. That's your 8-day, and then we have your 21-day right below that at 23.71. But you can see here where the 8-day crossed over that 21-day, and now it's circling back up here. That's always very, very positive. And the 21-day crossed the 50-day. This is looking very, very positive also. RSI here, you got plenty of room to run. You're only sitting at 59, and we got like a sideways action here where that green can go up above red, and this could go higher. So when you look at here, like on a weekly chart here, well, this is going to be your key level right there, 25.96. Okay, so you want to hold that by the end of the week. Okay, that's going to be very, very crucial. And then I say if you lose that 8 SMA here at that 24.54 and you lose that 23.71, then you're going to come down to this 21.96 level. Okay, so this is what you really want to watch here by the end of the week. You got that 25.96. And we have this 21-day here at 25.75. That's what you want to hold here by Friday. Okay, so this is a weekly chart, and then we can just see run right on up here. But again, all you do is look to the left of the chart, and we'll take her right back on up. Okay, you look here on an RSI here. This is looking very good. This here is looking very good here also, where you can just take this bad boy and just run this right on up here. You got the green pretty much over the red, and making you have a nice run up. The key is holding this 100-day. That's going to be very, very crucial. Now, I want to show you another chart on this GCT. Okay, here we have a chart here, and this is on Finviz. So anytime you want, you can chart this. You can do this yourself. Just go on finviz.com. It's all right there, no issues. Okay, I always use the Thinkorswim charts. I think those are the best. But sometimes you get here where I don't have to draw all these trend lines in here because sometimes you can get a lot of. But I like to look at this here. You can see where the trend line is going here. Okay, so now we have this circling right back up here. But now we're going to be looking for this trend line situation here. So that's what we're going to be looking for here. It's going to be that 29.04 level coming up right here. Okay, so that's what you're going to be looking for. Now, again, if you can break that trend line, then we have, this is what you're going to be doing over the time, is you're going to be following those all the way on up here. The key is what's it going to do when it hits that trend line. Just like what it did here. It rallied on up here, and then it came right on down. Rallied right on up here, and then you came right on down. So we got something you got to watch here. But always take a look at this here that gives you a good idea where it was downtrending, and now she's starting to uptrend because it held Okay, look there, and held it very nicely. And now she's uptrending up here. Let's see what happens here when it gets to that trend line, and if it can break and close above that 29 area. All right, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil. Okay, now you can see here where, this is very, very bearish. Okay, now this here was that war premium and in that hurricane situation. Now, the hurricane, absolutely terrible for people. You know what I'm saying? There's no question about it. If I was down there, I'd be the first to help them out. But here's what we have here, okay, is it really didn't do any damage to the oil or the gas situation. The war here, so far, Israel has not retaliated. However, it just came out here on global news that they're in a process, they will be retaliating. They just have to know exactly what they're going to do. But again, if they hit an oil facility, crude could rocket up much, much higher. If they don't, okay, then crude can go much, much lower. Now, when you look at the actual chart of the supply and demand situation, which we have here, you can see this series here of lower highs and lower lows, and we had this big red candle here on Friday, and now we're sitting right here. Okay, so we have an inside day, but the market's been open here for 30 minutes, so we can't expect nothing. Okay, so here's what we want to do. Let's take a look at the downside first. We want to look right there. Okay, so you're looking at 68.17. Okay, so that was Friday's low. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come right here. Okay, 67.57, right to the bottom of this candle, 67.06. We got 66.95. And then we're going to come right to the bottom of this candle here. That's at 66.33, which you can see the price channel going on. Okay. Now, if that's lost, right there, 65.27, that is going to be your target. Okay. Now, upside, well, what you want to do here now we want to watch the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 69.44. We can come up to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 69.71. Then we can go to Friday's high situation. Okay, so what you have is you got 70.67. We'll go to the top of this candle, 71.11, and then we're going to start running into very, very strong resistance. Okay, so you have 71.61. That's your 8 simple moving average. You have your 21-day at 71.61. Okay, so these are basically together, kissing each other. But now you notice that 8-day cross below that 50-day. That's always very, very bearish. That's at 72.16 level there, okay? So when you start, if this happens to rally up here, that 8-day, 21-day, 50-day are going to be very, very strong resistance. Now, again, say it gets above that, and to say you have some kind of an issue there or whatever, then what we'll do is we're going to look right to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 73.26. We come up to the top there. You're looking at 74.45, and we'll come up to the top here, 75.08, and then you're going to be running into these, the 100-day at 75.50, and then we can come over to the top of that candle, 76.24, and then we have 77.27, and then we have your big retest up there at that 78.46. So you just look at that price channel, and that's what you have, 78.46. Now, again, if an oil facility is attacked by Israel into the Iran area, this could run up very, very quickly, just like what we had going on here. But if it does that, that's usually what they call, buy the rumor, sell the news. If it does rally up there, I think it's a good shorting opportunity to come right back on down again, okay? But again, if it doesn't, then we just follow the candles down till we hit your 2 retests, 66.33 and 65.27. Now, RSI here, yeah, you're not oversold yet. This could go way on down. You're only sitting at 41. Your green crossed over your red, that's bearish, okay? And obviously you can see that that's bearish here. So what I do on here is I have a short position. I've had a short position in the crude oil. And a lot of times they say if it does rally up here, I'll leave the short on, but just scalp the UCO for the long until we run into resistance, and then we see what happens at that point, okay? So that's how I've been trading. I just don't see any bullish thing going on this chart right here. Okay, take a look now here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now, speaking of man out the window time, okay, this is what we had on natural gas. Now, this was the tail. I know I said this many times, but what it is, we were looking for this 3 flat, okay? We got a little bit higher on that, 3.019, but then it starts selling off here, and we closed below that 8-day simple moving average, and you wiped out this candle, wiped out all 4 of these candles, okay? That's bearish, okay? So that's when I sold my position here, okay? Then, okay, what happened was it didn't rally up here. What it did, it made a lower low. It kept selling up. That's when I sold my position here. And I've been just scalping the KOLD, which is the short for natural gas, which has been ripping up very, very nicely. Now you can see we blew through the 100-day to 50-day, and even now we closed below that 200-day, and now we put in a lower low. So let's look at the downside here first. Okay, so very, very simple. We just take the price channels, come bring them right across here. What do we have? You're looking at 2.22. Okay, natural gas real time right now is sitting at 2.24, got down to 2.21. Okay, so your next level here, what we do is just bring it right across here. Okay, then we can come all the way down here to, actually we can come up to this level here. You're looking at 2.17 level. Okay, then we come down here, you're looking at 2.14. Then we have a 2.12, and then we just follow the candles down here. You're looking at 2.07. This is going to be the key. This is 2.02. Okay, this is your gap, and then look to the top of this candle, 1.97. There's your fill. So your gap and your fill if it happens to get down there. Okay, now I'm not saying that it is going to get down there, but you just take one level at a time until we get some kind of a situation where you say, hey, this is oversold, and she's going back higher. See, like we had here, double bottom, and then she rallied right on up here. Okay, see what we had here? This is the red dog. Okay, so you had sell, and then it sold right on down. Everybody thinking, oh man, I'm getting short, and then what it does, it reverses it, puts a green candle in, and then it rallies up higher. Okay, so we're looking for some kind of a bottoming pattern right now, just not there. Okay, so just watch the candles to the left, okay, until you get down to this gap and that fill, and possibly all the way down here to the bottom, 1.87. Again, don't know if it's going to get there, but we got to see how it's all going to shake out. Upside, watch that 200-day. Okay, you got to get back above that 200-day 2.24 level. Okay, if you can, then we'll look right to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 2.33. We'll look at Friday's high. You're looking at 2.37, and then we're going to start running into big resistance, 2.39 on your 50-day. Okay, your 100-day, 2.41, and then we have your 8-day sitting at 2.43. Now, this is looking ugly. See how that 8-day crossed that 21-day, and now you're headed for the 100 and the 200-day or 50-day. As that comes on down, okay, as this rallies up here, it's going to be very, very difficult to be just like what I have here. I know I say this all the time, but I want to stress so you know that when that price is below that 8-day, very, very difficult until you can get some kind of reversal, double bottom situation, and rally it up. Now, when it comes above that 8-day, you can see here, look how nice it is, and it goes right on up here. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. So again, I've been just scalping this here, daily scalps. I'm not holding anything long or short or anything on this here because it's natural gas. They don't call it the widowmaker there for nothing. So I just trade this. Crude, I'm not, I have really no issue with the crude. I'm holding the short because I can always jump into long to take a long scalp, but I don't see anything as far as seasonality there. Okay, now you're coming right on down here, RSI here. You're definitely not oversold. This here, that green cross below that red, this is not looking very good. So realistically, here's what you want to watch for Monday. Watch that 200-day here on the upside. If you can get back above that, your big target is going to be that 50-day. It's going to be that 200-day here, or that 100 SMA here, right there at that 2.41, and it's going to be your 8-day. That is going to be your targets if it can rally up higher, and then we see what happens when it gets there. If you can get above that, we follow the candles until you hit that 21 SMA, okay? On the downside, you just got to watch that low, that 2.21, and then we just follow these candles here all the way down until you maybe get a gap and a possible fill. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, and we will go crude oil, natural gas, and then maybe throw something else in your mix. Now, again, if you want some kind of a stock for me to chart, okay, I have 3 times a day I'm on here. I'll be more than happy to chart anything that's whatever you want. A lot of times I'll add NVIDIA to it, or Amazon, or Meta, or Tesla, or whatever. But if you want something, just like we had the GCT, just let me know, and I'll throw it up. All right, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.